guys, welcome back to Haywire Homestead. So today is a collaboration video with Two Family Homestead on our favorite holiday dessert. So what I'm going to be showing y'all is an apple pie. Now apple pie is one of my all-time favorites. So this is going to be a lot of fun because I haven't made one in a very long time because I have to be gluten-free due to my health issues. So I actually found a gluten-free pie crust mix, and not only that, but it was on sale from Bob's Red Mill, and it doesn't have any corn in it. I double checked because I can't have corn either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, and we're going to experiment a little bit with the crumble topping because I like a Dutch apple pie. That's my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and what it says I need is 12 tablespoons of cold butter. So I diced it all up inside my bowl. Now I'm using a grass-fed butter that's organic. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I need to put the mix in, the gluten-free pie crust mixture. And it says you can use a blender to mix this up. My blender kind of died, so we're going to be doing this by hand. You could use a pastry cutter, which I do have one of those, but I'm just going to use my hands. So we're just going to cut the butter into the flour by breaking it up. So I'll show you. With I'm just going to keep on taking it and breaking it up, and I'm going to keep on doing this, mixing that in and getting it to crumble until it's formed a really grainy like mixture where the butter is well incorporated. You want just little teeny tiny beads of flour covered butter. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so I just want to show you what it looks like when it's all the way mixed up. You see how it's kind of grainy, almost like sand. That's what you want. Okay, so next we're going to add 6 tablespoons of water, but it needs to be ice water, so really cold water. And we're going to add them in, and you're just going to want to kind of sprinkle it around. I'm going to add the first 2, and then I'm just going to kind of fluff it with a fork to start to incorporate the water. And it says you want to do 6 tablespoons just until the dough comes together. And if you need it, you can add 1 or 2 more. So I'm going to add 2 more. I'm just kind of testing it with my hand now that I've got the first 2, or I'm sorry, 6 tablespoons in there. So it's starting to come together just a little, but I think I probably need 1 or 2 more tablespoons. So I'm going to do just the 1. And it's starting to, but it's still not quite right. And depending on the weather, goes the same with people, any of you that know how to make regular pastry dough, pie crust and things like that. You know, one time you might use, you know, let's say the recipe calls for 6 tablespoons. You may use 6 tablespoons one time and 9 tablespoons another time and 5 another. So you just kind of have to play with it. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and honestly, I've done the 8 tablespoons, and I think it needs 1 more. See, it's starting to hold together, but not quite. It's just going to break apart. So I'm going to add 1 last one, and hopefully that gets it enough to where it's okay. Now this does make a 2 crust, so a top and a bottom recipe, there's enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate it into 2 halves and wrap each one individually into plastic wrap and then refrigerate them for an hour. So I'm just gonna kind of mold it a little bit until I get it into a more flattened disc. And then I'm gonna wrap these up. We'll put them in the fridge. Okay, so sorry you might not be able to see me, but I've got the disc of the pie dough here. And it says supposed to roll it out with plastic wrap. And yeah, this isn't working because it's so stiff, it's just falling apart. So this whole thing may wind up not working.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so you're supposed to put it in the fridge for an hour, and when I tried to roll it out, it literally it's just breaking. So I think we're going to go to a plan B. So the best well-laid plans never necessarily go as planned, right? So I'm going to actually go ahead and get out my pie dish, and I'm going to kind of crumble this up in the bottom and press it in almost like I'd be doing a graham cracker crust because it is kind of crumbly. So we're just going to see if this winds up turning out. Like I said, I'd never used this before, but I really wanted an apple pie to see if it would work out for the holidays. So hang on. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and try this. I'm just going to kind of crumble it in there. This may wind up being a little bit more like an apple tart. So once I get it kind of crumbled, I'm just going to take my fingers and start pressing. And I'm thinking that I'm probably not going to buy this again. I've found a couple of recipes that may work a little better than buying this mixture. It still uses a gluten-free flour mixture, but a little bit different. It really stiffened up in that hour in the fridge, and no way I can roll this out at all, as you guys can see. And I don't think that I didn't put enough water because I actually wound up putting 2 extra tablespoons of water in it because it was so dry. All right, so I've got my assistant helping me. This is my 12-year-old Alex.
What's up?
And he's gonna make the crumble topping. You're gonna tell him what you have in your bowl. You have
Butter.
You have 8 tablespoons of melted butter, and then you're going to do 1/3 of a cup of raw organic cane sugar. Dump that in there.
Okay.
Oh, you better get a spatula.
Okay. Hose or milkings?
No, you want the red one.
Ah, that one.
Okay. And then you need 1/4 of a cup of organic brown sugar.
I'm gonna mix this all up now.
And then you're going to go ahead and mix that. And then you're going to need some
Man, it's getting stiff.
gluten-free flour.
Ooh.
Just a little bit.
So
It's a 1/2 cup
So
of a gluten-free flour mixture.
put that in.
Okay. Go ahead and stir that up really good. And then it says it's going to get really stiff. And then it says you got to put this in the fridge. You need me to help?
Mm-hmm.
Then it says you need to put it in the fridge so that way it can kind of firm up. Actually,
How long do we have to put in
it
it?
says 10 minutes. So we're going to put that in the fridge. And then we're going to do our apples. So we managed to get the pie crust pressed into the pan.
Lovely.
We've got our apples. These are from a local orchard. And to the apples, we're going to be adding
Sugar.
a half a cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon. You're gonna need another spoon. Get that white spoon over there, or a wooden spoon, so you can stir your apples. And then you're just doing a little bit.
This is so hard.
Is that hard? And you just want, I should have got the other salt. A pinch of salt.
I know what you're thinking. Maybe we should put a little bit of water in this stuff.
No, you don't need water in that.
Or actually, heat the
All right,
apples
I'm
up.
gonna go stick the crumble topping in the refrigerator.
Well, I mix up all of
Did
this
you get the apples? Get the apples all mixed up?
a little bit. So far, so good.
Okay. All right, once you get the sugar all over the apples and they're all well coated, then you're gonna wanna put them in the pie pan. Stick them in there. I'll put that in there. There you go. All the way in there. All of them. No, you gotta put them all in there because they're gonna cook down. So we want it mounded up. So we want to mound the apples up because when they cook down, it'll sink down, and we don't want a really flat pie. So there we go. And then we're gonna wait a couple of minutes, get the crumble topping out, and we'll add it. Okay, so now that we've got this part done, it's been chilled, and since it's chilled, it actually crumbles really nice. So hopefully this works out really well. Better than the pie dough, huh? All right, so we're gonna kind of crumble it over top of the apples, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. Hopefully this turns out really good, but we'll see here just in a few minutes. What?
Okay.
Yes. We're gonna put it in there for 25 to 30 minutes.
Mom, the pie is delicious. I can't wait to eat it.
I don't, that, okay. And here is the finished product. We're gonna tuck into it here after we finish supper. All right, we're gonna try cutting into this and see how this holds up.
Hopefully it doesn't break.
So we almost made a huge mistake.
And I'm trying to look at the video and cut this at the same time, so this is kind of funny. All right, let's get a spatula here, hang on. All right, so we're gonna, my pie knife thing, it broke.
Okay.
So,
Slice. Let's see how it goes. Whoa. Mmm.
ta-da, look at that. Oh, it's not even dry at all. That looks really good. All right, so let's see. How does the apple pie, gluten-free
Crust.
crust
Thingy taste.
taste? Is this going to be a winner that we can redo for Christmas?
Yeah. Yummy. A little hot.
What do you think?
You got a number.
You got a thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
Okay.
And the points are 10.
Ooh.
Alright, so I give this 1 thumbs up. So you guys need to make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell for post notifications for whenever we post another video.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Kind of a big bite.
Hot but good.
Wow. Okay, even though the crust didn't want to roll out, it's actually really nice and flaky. So definitely a thumbs up. I'll have to try to find a comparable crust recipe. I don't know if I can find this mix again, but it was really good. So thanks, and thanks to Sherry at Two Family Homestead for inviting us to do this collab. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.